I'll show you 5 simple gestures that you probably have no idea cause desire in women. Did you know that seduction goes beyond what people say? There's verbal communication, which is what you say, and nonverbal communication, which includes gestures. Research indicates that body language, this form of nonverbal communication, is responsible for over 55% of the impact you have on someone. This shouldn't be overlooked because there's evidence that the body communicates all the time, even when you're saying nothing. Today, I'll teach you how to use this nonverbal communication to your advantage. I'll share knowledge so you understand how nonverbal communication works in seduction and simple gestures that can attract a woman without saying a word. Pay attention. The first simple gesture capable of seducing a woman is when you're in front of her on a date, for example. You're talking, and you look at one of her eyes, then the other, and then to her mouth. This triangular gaze, from one eye to the other and to the mouth, conveys a language of desire, indicating that you desire that woman. When we're connected to someone mainly through ideas, it's natural for our eyes to stay in the central region of the forehead. However, when there's a more intense emotional connection involving fascination and seduction, it's natural for the gaze to drop to the mouth area. Try making this triangular gaze when you're on a date with a woman. It creates a pleasant sexual tension. You can also apply this in situations like parties, meeting a woman recently at a bar. During the conversation, in a calm manner, look at one eye, then the other, and then to the mouth. This is safe and doesn't cause discomfort, allowing you to create a subtle and pleasant seductive atmosphere. The second simple gesture is as easy as the first, but the difference is that you need to calibrate it at the right moment because if done at the wrong time, it can be uncomfortable. This gesture involves looking at the woman's face while she's talking, especially during a moment when she's sharing something about herself. Keep your gaze on her eyes, showing that you're listening attentively. Then, suddenly, shift your gaze to her body, moving from eyes to mouth, passing through the neck and down to the belly for about a second before returning. This action will generate sexual tension, and the woman will realize that you looked at her body. One of the things that arouses desire in a woman is feeling desired by the man. The key here is knowing when to do this. The ideal moment is with a woman you've already had some intimacy with, someone you've kissed or been with. In this case, sexual tension already exists, and you'll be enhancing that desire. You can't act as if you're innocent or without desire when being with a woman. The moment you start kissing her, it's essential to show respect but also clearly express the desire you feel for her. This approach is a powerful way to demonstrate desire and increase her attraction. During the gesture of diverting your gaze to her body for a brief moment and then returning, you can maintain the atmosphere of desire. When returning your gaze to her eyes, you can even give a little smile, creating a relaxed situation. If she asks what happened, you can respond playfully, like, "Wow, but you distracting me is making me lose concentration today." This interaction shows how natural and enjoyable it is, both to speak and listen. The third gesture capable of arousing a lot of desire in a woman is circular movements on the palm of her hands. If you're getting to know the woman and she allows you to hold her hand, this can be a seductive way to create desire. For example, if you're sitting at a table, and she has her hand resting, you can place your hand over hers and make seductive circular movements on the palm of her hand, leaving her excited. Another gesture that causes a lot of desire in women is when the man comes from behind, runs his hand over her neck, moves her hair away, and kisses her neck, holding her body from behind. You can move her hair away with one hand while the other hand gently holds her waist from behind. This gesture is extremely seductive, and many men don't do it, making it unique and impactful. Trying this type of kiss can certainly leave the woman wanting more and more. The last simple gesture that arouses desire in a woman is the combination of approach and distancing. This gesture is subtle and can be used even when you're getting to know a woman, without the need to have been with her before. You can use the tactic of talking about her scent, mentioning that she smells good, and that you'd like to get closer to smell better. However, the goal is not to kiss immediately. The idea is to approach a bit, perhaps getting close to her face or hair, and then distance yourself again while continuing the conversation. This dynamic of approach and distancing creates an appetite and a sense of scarcity. It indicates that you're interested and having fun but not desperate. This strategy is an additional tool to activate the woman's desire. Now, tell me, which of these subtle gestures were you already using? If this video brought value to you, leave your like. A strong hug, and see you soon.